not having a big house, not having a nice apartment, not having a big luxury apartment. You have to realize that some of these people don't even have homes. Some people are homeless even more because of this inflation. So you should be grateful you have a roof over your head. Probably Welcome to the Development Podcast. I'm your host, Brendan Brown, and today we're going to be talking about stop comparing yourself to other people and be unique in your own self. So before we get into it, I just want to talk about comparison. So comparison, of course, is what they say, the
thief of joy.
Comparison is the thief of joy, is the expression?
Yes. I didn't know that quote when I lived in LA when I first got there.
thief of joy. Comparison is also the negativity that surrounds people's mindset because they may either be jealous, envying, or may look up to a person and they're trying to be like that person, and it turns out it can't work for them but only works for that person. And then sometimes that person can be fake and you're just trying to put that fake personality that you see them put up just to put up a show, basically. Well, I just want you to understand that comparison is something that's bad.
Living a life where you're comparing yourself to somebody else sucks.
It's a mad idea, isn't it?
It's just devastating. And that's why I have so much cynicism towards the people that rent Lamborghinis to make it look like they own it.
So like I said, the first thing about comparison is that you always worry about people. You try to do the same thing everybody else doing. And I'm accountable for this too because I'm human. Now, as I got older, of course, I matured more and learned to do better. But one way on how to do better, on how to stop comparing yourself, is have self-awareness. Be aware of the people you're being around, the environment, and just what you say and do. Because if you're trying to portray something else and you're trying to live up to something that you keep saying, then live up to it. I mean, I'm a person who doesn't trust people by their word. I trust people by what they do. But sometimes what their word says can be just as good too. Sometimes it can be just as a lie. But yeah, you have to put yourself in that place to know that you gotta shift the gears you're doing. Whenever you scroll on social media or see people say what they have to say, don't feel bad about it. Don't try to compare yourself to it. If you see somebody happy in a relationship, don't think it's always them being happy in a relationship, because it's not all what you seem. It's all what it seems to be. Sometimes people put things up just to be fake, like I always will keep reminding you on this episode. Some people will keep putting things up to be fake, and people tend to compare themselves to these people that seem like they have their lives all together, but it's not all together. The next one is you need to shift your focus. Shift your focus into doing different things. Instead of shifting your focus into what you're trying to be better as that person or trying to be like that person, shift your focus into you, self-developing yourself, helping yourself do better, helping yourself into your passions, helping yourself into your career, helping yourself into your family, helping yourself into your friends that you're trying to help them do better. Mentorship, whatever it is. Something that's better than trying to compare yourself to someone else. Start shifting that focus. Don't try to be like so-and-so. Be yourself. Redirect yourself down to your life path. And know that you're walking down your own path. And that you're not walking down no one else's path. Your timeline shouldn't align with no one else's timeline. You shouldn't put nobody else's limits on your limits. Because your limits and someone else's limits are different. Someone else's mistakes and failures are different than your mistakes and failures. Through similarities, y'all can connect, but sometimes people tend to make their own mistakes purposely instead of just doing it by accident. Or the word I really wanted to use was intentional. Some people intentionally really want to try to get themselves into the wrong way. Instead of constantly comparing yourself to others, redirect your own focus into you. Explore your own strengths, like I say, your passions, your interests. Ask yourself, what makes me unique? What brings me joy? Remember that your journey is different from other people's journey. And that's what makes it beautiful and amazing and spectacular, is that you are doing it on your own terms and not on no one else's terms. The next way on how to be yourself and how to stop comparing yourself to others is celebrate your uniqueness. It's good that you're not fitting with the crowd. It's good that you may be the awkward guy, the vulnerable guy, the guy who may not get all the good things, the girl who may not get all the good things in life. because sometimes all those good things in life can secretly be negative things creeping in to destroy you so badly. Sometimes the things we see as good can sometimes be bad, which leads me back to what I was saying about shifting your focus. You got to shift that focus into doing something positive. Shift that focus into comparing yourself to yourself and not comparing you to other people. You can only be you, and everything that seems good isn't good to everybody. Everything is unique on its own way for people. What may work for this person may not work for you. You have to think about that sometimes. You have to sometimes just sit down and realize, okay, maybe that's not gonna work for me, so I gotta do it my way. I can't be doing it so and so way how I see it, because this may not be for me. You need to embrace and celebrate what makes you you. It's your talent, your skill, your own perspective. Let it shine. Surround yourself with people who appreciate you and celebrate you and lift you up. I want to see you do well. The next way on how to stop comparing yourself and actually be yourself, and this is my favorite one, I love it. Gratitude. Be thankful. Especially for me as a man of faith, because I always say that you should be grateful for what God has blessed you with, no matter what it is. We tend to be jealous or envy others because of the fact that they may have something better than us. But we can't do that. There's no sense in doing that, because it's just leading us to more chaos and a more negative mindset. Why worry about someone else and complain, bicker, when we're already doing good as ourselves? Some people are arguing, and I'm using this as an example just to be funny. Some people may argue and say, well, this person got a PS5 and I got a PS4. Well, hey, you got a PS4, you got a gaming console, right? Be grateful that you even have a console, because some people may still struggle to get one and probably don't even have a 5 or 4 or never had one in their lifetime. Just a simple example. A real life example that's really big and interesting here is that, especially with inflation now, people complain about not having a nice house, not having a big house, not having a nice apartment, not having a big luxury apartment. But you have to realize that some of these people don't even have homes. Some people are even homeless even more because of this inflation. So you should be grateful you have a roof over your head, probably food to eat, probably a family to love that loves you if they're not toxic. And if you don't have that, at least a good group of friends that support you and adore you. Take a moment each day to reflect on the things that you appreciate about yourself and about your journey. Gratitude can shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. You have to know how to foster or keep in self-acceptance and contentment. Next one is, and I know you're probably going to be shocked at this one. This is the one that's always in the movies. It may be a little cringy, but it's true. The mirror work and practice affirmations. You can also practice affirmations by just writing down things, by just vocally saying things to yourself. Heck, because I'm a man of faith, say your affirmations to God. I thank God. I thank you, God, for such. I thank God for such. Say it to people. Say it to God. Say it to yourself. Remind yourself your worth, your strengths, your uniqueness and abilities. Your unique qualities, I meant to say. Repeat positive statements like, and I'm going to say this because I know some people who may notice, and this is at my school. I am enough. I am worthy. I embrace my authentic self. Believe in your affirmations, and they'll transform your mindset. Believe in your affirmations, and they will transform your mindset. Believe in your affirmations, and they will transform your mindset. And they will transform your mindset. And then the next step on how to brace yourself and let go of that comparison trap is by surrounding yourself with inspiration. Seek out positive influences that motivate you and help you do better, and that inspire you to want to follow individuals and to want to just follow yourself to doing better in your life. And share those authentic stories with people who want to see you do better, while also hearing from their stories about them doing things that make them do better, and that could probably help you do better as well. Let their journey serve as a reminder that we all have struggles. And also another way on how you can stop comparing yourself and being yourself is by listening to this podcast, subscribing, hitting the notification button, liking the video or liking the audio episode, and just subscribing on whatever platform you're listening to or watching, because this will help you do better. Especially if you're a young man watching this will help you do better, to be better as a young man, because that's my target audience is the youth, but also the young males who need help and how to learn how to do better. as a man in this society with all the craziness that's going on, like toxic masculinity and all these craziest nonsense, because there's no such thing as all that. The main thing is that you be yourself and everything will work out better. Just be yourself and do as much positivity as you can. And those were some of the ways on how you can break free from the comparison trap and how you can embrace yourself. And remember, you are unique, you're valuable, and you're worthy just as you are. I want you to keep reminding yourself to celebrate your individual self and support others and yourself on this incredible journey on self-discovery.